There's such a stigma still around the topic of pregnancy loss. It's just something that our society is not comfortable with discussing. So very often women who are going through pregnancy loss are feeling extremely alone and isolated and going through all these feelings of guilt and shame and sadness completely by themselves until they find our program.
When my son was stillborn, grief felt bottomless and I felt completely unmoored. Being able to talk to a peer counselor through the pregnancy loss support program and participate in a support group with others who have been through a loss like myself felt like a lifeline.
One minute I was having a healthy baby and the next I was burying my son. I felt numb, confused, angry, just so many different emotions I didn't know how to process. I joined a support group of other grieving moms that really helped me understand just how common pregnancy loss is, and that I personally hadn't done anything to cause this or deserve this.
I felt extremely alone and sad by myself with it until I was connected with Jackie through PLSP, and Jackie had gone through a very similar loss to mine. And for the first time, I felt truly heard and seen and understood. And I lived from week to week, from Wednesday to Wednesday for our calls, because in that time of my life, there was nothing else that provided me with that level of comfort and hope.
My husband and I were able to join a support group a few weeks after, and it was so meaningful, and it helped me and my husband so much in processing what we had gone through, in finding community of people that had gone through something similar and that could understand. It can feel so lonely to suffer a miscarriage or pregnancy loss. Even though it's so common, people don't talk about it, and to have that space was life-changing. It really saved me emotionally.
I think peer support is so unique, especially for losses that are stigmatizing, that make you feel really distanced from everybody who is showing up and excited and loving you when you're pregnant, and now all of a sudden you've lost the pregnancy or the baby has died, and not everybody knows how to talk about that and how to show up for you again.
The other people in the room, those strangers on that first night, they were people that understood what we were going through in a way that no one else could. They were people we bonded with very quickly because we were all experiencing the same sadness and tragedy.
Healing was possible, to have a sense of, from the people leading those workshops and group discussions, that there was a pathway forward. It was not linear in any sense, but that pathway was one that could lead to a sense of healing and reconciliation.
Even with well-intentioned family and friends, having the validation and the camaraderie and the ability to commiserate during such a dark and difficult time is just invaluable. There's nothing like it.
In the process of helping them, it's also been such a healing process for myself. I'm able to honor my babies by just speaking about them often, and it helps give me a sense of their lives having a purpose by being remembered.
Shifted from asking myself, why did this happen to me, to what can I do with this? How can I make meaning of these losses and honor these pregnancies that I lost? And I found a way to do that in supporting other women and being a listener for them.
If I can help just one or two people to ease their burden a little bit, that's so very worth it.
This program really helps me remember that I don't have to do it alone, because I'm not the only person that has gone through this.